All right, Mesquite Championship Rodeo, the Mesquite Rodeo recap right here. You got Pepper Stewart with Joanna Huckabee right here, bringing you guys the highlights from night number 2 at Mesquite Championship Rodeo.
A great season started so far, Pepper. Tonight we're looking at the steer wrestling first. A great night of steer wrestling here in the performance. However, Ben Goodman Jr. from Beaumont, Texas takes the win with a 4.7 in our slack performance earlier today. Team roping, another great round of team roping tonight, Pepper.
In team roping, Tyler Wade, Tyler McKnight, one from Terrell, one from Wells, Texas. Got it done with 4.7. Just showing you guys how to team rope. But in the performance tonight, you had Manny and Boogie with a 5.0.
Absolutely. You know, these two guys are in and of themselves textbook team ropers, both of them. However, they've only been partners for a few weeks and quite honestly have not put together the runs that we expected to see from them. However, tonight it was a 5 flat for Manny Igasquiza and Boogie Ray, former NFR qualifier. Just a great run to round out the team roping tonight.
The barrels was fast. They were real fast, but the problem was they were really fast in the slack. So you had Tasha Wells out of Dublin, Texas with a 15.27 getting it done tonight.
Absolutely. Joanne Fisher, she was close behind her in the perf, first on the ground, and it definitely paid off for her. She took home a check tonight with a 15.36. Finally, in the calf roping, one of the best runs in the timed event of the evening, Michael Otero with a 7.8. No surprise there.
Not at all. This guy, when he goes to a calf roping, he wins a check. If he shows up, he's getting a check. That's how it does. Because this guy, his mechanics and the way he approaches each and every run, it's dollar signs.
Absolutely. Always mounted phenomenally. Great horses, great support system. Yeah, it was definitely no surprise to see Michael at the pay window tonight. A great night of timed events, guys, but we'll be right back with more from our rough stock events.
A cowboy's tools of the trade. A horse you can depend on. Saddle. Spurs. Favorite hat. Man's best friend. And Pendleton whiskey. Refined, but in a good way. Pendleton delivers an uncommonly smooth taste and a rich, complex flavor. Pendleton whiskey. Let her buck. Stay in control.
My first job was on a farm, then at the old Keller's Diner. After that, I worked for a family out past the county line. Then at the barber shop, then on a ranch. It's been a busy week.
It's more than the extra mile, it's every mile. Dish was built by serving small towns all across America. It's why we'll always answer your calls for exceptional service and values. Dish, tuned in to you.
The Pepper Stewart here, along with Joanna Huckabee and Vince from Dallas Regional Medical Center. Here in the recap, we're going to talk a little bit about steer wrestling and what happens in that event.
Absolutely. You know, Vince, typically our spectators would think most injuries occur in the rough stock events, but absolutely that is not conducive just to the rough stock. We see it in timed events all the time. Tell us a little bit about, on your end, what you would expect to see as injuries coming in from the timed events.
Yeah, I mean, I guess kind of first off, it might bode to psychiatry if you ask why someone would jump off a perfectly good horse at 30 miles an hour, but if that's what they're going to do, then so be it. So if you're going to do that and jump off and basically hit a mailbox, you're probably going to have some problems with the knees, come in contact with the ground at such a high speed. Typically, you would assume to see either really bad strains or sprains, or at the extremes, tears of like the MCL, ACL, things like that, where they would need reconstructive surgery. Never a pleasant thing, but certainly a possibility. Some other things you might see in another extreme case would be a horn or a goring. You know, if they come down at the wrong angle or unfortunately catch one in the rib cage or something, it could be a pretty dangerous thing. So you're right, the rough stock definitely gets the glory in the camera, but I mean, you can have some really serious injuries in some of these other events as well.
Absolutely. Well, we're thankful for facilities like Dallas Regional Medical Center that we can go to when these cowboys and cowgirls run into problems. So we're thankful for you very much. Now, also, they're traveling day after day. I mean, this is their life, this is their lifestyle, sometimes multiple rodeos in one evening. Tell us what you would expect them to do in order to stay in top physical fitness to compete at this level.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, these are professionals, this is their job, you know, they're not punching the clock 9 to 5. So I would expect them to take every opportunity they can to squeeze in that little bit, to either build some strength or stay loose. So maybe in between rides while they're hanging out, make sure they hydrate, but then lots of stretching, maybe some jumping jacks, some sort of cardio, and maybe even a little bit of strength training with some push-ups or pull-ups, just to kind of make sure everything's loose and ready to go. So even maybe if they're driving between the rodeos or driving long distances, if they pull over at a rest stop, maybe 5-6 minutes of working out, just something to kind of get the blood going, keep their strength up.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Vince.
You know, everything's going to get harder before it gets easier. Either you compete or you're forgotten. There are no compromises. Demands rise, and you better get up early to meet them. Never stop. Never quit. Always overcome. That's why we built the all-new Ram 1500. To change minds. To change how you work. To do more than you ever thought a truck could do. With grit and grace. Built to do more for a world that demands more. Because today, there's no letting up. The all-new Ram 1500.
Craig Morgan here to put a plastic drop-in bed liner head-to-head with our Line-X spray-on bed liner. Let's see which one comes out ahead. Let's face it, these drop-in bed liners look cheap. They're made of low-quality black plastic that's sure to fade, crack, or warp over time. Line-X, on the other hand, can be color-matched, is fade-resistant, and sprayed seamlessly over your existing bed. It's guaranteed to perform for life. So drop the drop-in and Line-X it!
All right, welcome back. You got Pepper Stewart here along with Joanna Huckabee. Let's look at the bareback riding. Tyler Johnson getting it done tonight with a 79.
Yes, Tyler was on a big gray horse of Smith Pro Rodeos. Just an outstanding horse, really a textbook ride. Just made it all happen in 79 points. That's outstanding.
All right, from the bareback, we go to the saddle bronc. Robert Haley, he came in with a 57-point ride. Option for a re-ride. He decided, you know what, I'll go ahead and take the re-ride, and then came back with the 67 points to win the saddle bronc.
It was kind of interesting. Jason Wixom also awarded a re-ride tonight, 60 points with the option. He gambled, kept his ride, and then look what happened. So, yeah, congratulations to him tonight on the win in the saddle bronc riding. Bull riding?
What
Shut
happened?
out.
Yeah.
Shut out.
What happened?
Yeah, United Pro Rodeo. These were some young bulls they brought in, Pepper, and they were outstanding. We really didn't know what to expect from them tonight, and I don't think our Cowboys did either.
They didn't, and they came in, they made an attempt to get it done.
Yeah.
They weren't able to do it tonight. Last week had a great showing. Ben Jones coming here and showed everybody what bull riding's all about. Tonight they came in, pitched a shutout, but you've got to throw it to our Dallas Regional Medical Center bullfighters, getting it done, coming in, making the save there, just to kind of show you what these guys do. Because, when you don't know about the bullfighters, that means they did a great job.
Yeah, absolutely. Night after night, these guys continue to impress me. Even when they are injured, they never stop. They never slow down. They are there for the protection of our Cowboys, and we couldn't do it without them.
All right, well, that brings us to a close for our recap. We'll see you guys here at Mesquite Championship Rodeo next week. Rodeo time right here.
$1 hot dogs, don't forget.